Hey guys, welcome to another session of Epic 7. Today I'm going to be showcasing my A13 team with a newly obtained Specter Tenebria and also Adventurer Ras. I think more so Adventurer Ras is probably what I want to showcase here, since my Spec Tenny, as you saw in the lobby, is only level 50. I'm going to run this. I have been running this ever since she was about level 47. I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to throw on a violin on her. I'm just going to test it out and see if she can take it out. So we're gonna do a run. Although for the video recording, I will say it, and the guys on stream watching this live, they know my plan is that if I do fail this run, probably I'll keep it in the bloopers or whatever, but I will edit an actual run that succeeds. But anyways, right here, right now, we're gonna go. Aureus is on Ras. It's a maxed Aureus because my Spec Tenny again is level 50 right now, so low HP, low defense. So we're just gonna go, and Vivian is actually very good for A13, especially if you have her on a violin.
Burn!
Now on a violin, of course, you get a maximum of the 80% chance to dispel, dispel one buff, and dispelling is part of like the core mechanic on Azimanak. And Specter Tenebria is really good here because she can land poison, which can really speed up the damage. So that's why she can work at a level 47, or when she was level 47. Tamarine is always good because she has a strip, she has cleanse, she has heal, she has attack buff. And Vivian, of course, equally good too because 3-turn immunity buff, 3-turn attack buff, greater attack buff on herself. She pumps her own CR. And Ras is good because of dispel on the S1, shield buff on the S3, and then a dual attack on the S2 with a death break now if your specialty changed him. So it's really good. So we're gonna see if we're gonna complete this run. After this run, I will show the stats for every hero running this.
How dare you?
Ras is very good. I used him in Guild War yesterday. On a top, I would say top 15 guild in current standing, and he's really good. He's very good utility wise. Yeah, I know he dual attacked the before the specialty change, but he didn't get a death break. Yeah, so the good thing about this one is that if you do land the poison, which it didn't proc here. If you do land the poison, it's good. If your Spec Tenny is actually level 60, depending how you build her again, Vivian might be stronger or your Spec Tenny. It's up to you. In my opinion, it's about the same. If your Spec Tenny has lower attack than your Vivian, then the dual attack will go into the Vivian, which is still just as good because she gets a CR boost, and Vivian's S1 actually hits very hard. Plus the fact that if you get a greater attack buff on Vivian, then she'll most likely be, hit as hard as the Spec Tenny. But if your Spec Tenny is actually the highest attack, and you're worried about the too much debuff, since if Ras does the S2. And it does defense break, and you had a prior poison, then yes, that part actually may be a bit bad. But if you want to run this team completely, I would definitely suggest to have Vivian as your strongest. Anyway, since it's like pretty much all she needs to be. She needs to be the cleave to kill out the eggs if possible. We got the poison there, so it will do about like 6,000 damage. Yeah, 6,700. If you can persistently keep up the poisons, it will eat through his HP really quick. Azimanak, one of the tough things is that his defense is insanely high. So not only if you don't land a defense break, because you have to really time your team very well, you might not get the defense break for one, and even if you do, you'll realize that your damage is not even that high. But poison, if you could get up to 2 poisons, that will eat through, of course you can do the math as well, about 13,000 damage, which is really good. We're not getting the strip because his berserk is going high here, but we got lucky. So basically running 2 violins, violin on Spec Tenny, violin on Vivian. Again, I'll show the builds, but I'll say this right now, that my Vivian doesn't even have high effectiveness. I think it's at 0. But basically you're just rolling as much RNG as possible. If I wanted to optimize this team completely, I would go for higher effectiveness on Specter and also the Vivian. The strip on Specter and then the poison if you opt to give her violent.
Purifying flame. Burn away the evil.
So obviously the thing about this is you have to have Ras on a max Aureus unless both of your mages are really tanky. You can see that combat readiness boost is really good there. Getting more turns for Vivian is good. Giving more turns for S10 is good since both of them are on violin, and then Raz's S1 does the cleanse as well, so you can see that. So far the run is pretty good. You can see sort of how it works. Like the only chance that I'll fail is that again if I don't get the dispel, I get silenced like on the wrong turn or whatever, and then that becomes very brutal. But again, with a higher level Specter and a better built one, like compared to mine, like if you chase like 40, 50 effectiveness, which should be like pretty standard Specter Tenebria stats, I think, then you're gonna land those poisons a lot more than me, as I'm doing here. He's resisting, as you can see.
All is done.
So it's pretty good. Raz's turn cycling is also very impressive. That's what I really like about him. And then his HP pool is incredibly huge. I think he competes to the levels of Eaton at the moment for Knights in terms of total HP because of his specialty change. So you can see that he has 24,000, and I'm not running a lot of crazy stats on him. He just gets that for free just because of his base HP is so high. And because he is the Aureus holder, HP is probably the most important thing. But honestly, he will not die. The risk is the mages, really. Both mages. Yeah, of course he's immune to stun, so the S3 on the Specter is only to set up her S1. And a no attack buff on Vivian is pretty tough, but we do have herself as the attack buffer, and then Tamarine as well. So generally speaking, you're gonna get one somewhere. We gotta strip that berserk. The run is almost done. I mean, he doesn't progressively get harder. As long as you don't debuff him, he won't become like uber strong, or too many debuffs. But you can see that I'm almost killing him. It's just, again, like I said, squishier mages. I could get unlucky.
No destiny.
I think the Tamarine on this turn actually gets her. Yeah, there you go. So it gets the heal again, gets the cleanse, so very useful. I think I'm gonna double stack on the attack buff though. I believe Vivian right now is going to use her S3. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because the immunity is nice. The immunity is nice on Azimanak. I think I only landed one poison so far, so you can see that the poison rate is pretty bad there. But trust me, this is a flawless team. I think, especially like I said, you get enough effectiveness. It's going to be very good. I'm probably gonna just like probably end it with like a couple Archies if I end up dying here, because I pretty much beat it. You guys kind of get the point. Azimanak is the longest grind in terms of hunt right now. This is good because my potion vial actually went off the Tamarine. It was a 1 in a 3 chance because three of them were poisoned on her turn. So this is kind of okay. I might be able to complete it, but I'm tempted to just Archie it because you guys get the point. There's no point just sitting through this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Archie it. I think he dies by now. Pretty sure.
Purifying flame. Burn away.
Yeah, yeah, Chaz chat. 10-minute video secured. Anyways, I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I think I could just beat it normally. I'll just beat it normally. Whatever. He went after the right one, otherwise I would have died. Yeah, I can only get better from here. Yeah, this is the main reason why I'm showcasing it with a level 50 Tenebria. And she's on scraps. So okay, so that's it finally. So thanks for watching that, guys, on the stream, for watching that commentary. I'm also gonna 6-star her now. because I had it ready, but I had to show what she was like at level 50, right? just to show the supremacy of this team, I think it's very, very solid. People do use Lilius as well instead of Ras, but I think Ras is better. Realistically, Lilius is not going to cleanse if she's silenced anyway. The dual attack is good, but it's random. So you might get a Tamarine one, which will lower her cooldown. I think that's okay, I guess. But I prefer to have a mage doing going into the dual attack, so to secure a violin proc, hopefully. Anyways, let's show the build. So I think SC Raz will probably be my feature here because he is the max level, and I think people are still wondering whether or not they should be building him. So here are the stats. 66% effectiveness, so I just hit 1% over the actual amount needed to dispel Hunt 13s. I wasn't really chasing it, to be honest, but I just kind of lucked out. As you can see that this Raz is on immunity set, but immunity set is not needed for Azimanak. It's just that I do use him in PvP. As most of you guys know, I do build my heroes for multi-purpose if possible, and because I do think that he is PvP worthy, I did just put him on an immunity set. Like this, a lot of stuff can be upgraded. To be honest, I would try to opt for more speed on him too. That would be nice. But here are the stats. This one, I think I'm gonna go for an 88 Hell Raid armor. See how it rolls. I've been loving those right now. So far, I've been seeing like so many people really use those to a very successful degree. So I'm gonna try to get one. Hopefully it rolls the right stats I need for my Raz. This one's completely scuffed. This one I actually went completely for the speed. I wanted them to be above 200 speed. And then this one has 39 health, but 11 crit chance. Realistically, I would want to swap this on a bruiser. Just to show the HP scaling on him though. If I gave him something like this, which will increase the speed a bit, drops down his HP by about 1,000, but is at 24%. In my opinion, I think a 22,000 HP Ross is pretty good. 1,400 defense if you want to use him for PvP, but that may be another video for another time. Tamarine, for those who watch my videos, you already know my Tamarine. Like she's still on a lot of like old gear. Look at the 67s, 367s. But she works because Tamarine is really good at PvE. And what was the other hero? Vivian. Okay, Vivian. And now I'll show Specter Tenebria since really you can't see her potential. So this is my Vivian at the moment. I have to say I gave her like actually decent gear to get those stats. You just see those rolls there. I wanted to make her tanky. Do know that she is a mage and she's actually very tanky. She has very high base attack, very good defense stats. So if you could pump anything, I would pump it into defense percent and flat health. That's how I'd raise her. If you want to make her like more beefy, I guess, but yeah, she's relatively tanky, and then she'll do just like enough damage. I opted for the max violin on her for my run just because I feel she gets more turns, at least compared to my Specter Tenebria, because she's faster overall. And then the last one, we'll just go to Specter Tenebria here. She's not again, she's on scrap gear. I put her on a destruction set for now on a speed boot, so she's very, very lacking in damage. But as I'm leveling her, this is the build I'm using so far, so at least players will know like minimum requirements so far. So like there's no effectiveness on this. Realistically, this is not good enough even for PvP, I think. But yeah, Specter Tenebria, the hardest part is probably getting the crit rate. That's probably the hardest part to build here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I will continue to level her, and that's why I wanted to do that showcase. I will continue to level her through A13. I think that's a good use of my resources, and while I can level one in a Hunt 13, to me that's pretty amazing. So that's gonna be yeah. So yeah, my Specter Tenebria is very squish. Yeah, you guys can see that. Yeah, so I'm gonna end this. I think that's all I wanted to cover. Yeah, so I'm gonna end this for the video recording. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.